Alright guys, welcome along to the show. This is Here's Rodder's Reviews. I'm your host, Rodney Stewart, and just before we get into this episode, if memory serves, this episode is out of order in the box set. Let me just see here. We're on the end of disc 5 right here with an episode called Aerial Assault, and the Combaticons are in this episode. Now, episode 6, the final disc in this will be episode 6, so after this episode there's 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes, which brings the episode Starscream's Brigade. And if memory serves, in this episode we see the creation of the Combaticons in that episode, so they're actually showing up 4 episodes earlier in the box set than what they're actually created in the timeline of the series. So not 100% sure if that was a mistake in the creation of the box set, but I've seen this countless times on IMDb, for example. If you check some box sets against the listings on IMDb, most of the time the order is completely different. But anyway, let's get into this episode. It is called Aerial Assault, and in the little booklet here, Megatron and Ali, an evil arms dealer, are behind a spate of airplane thefts in the Middle East. In disguise, the imprisoned Prince Jamal helps Slingshot and Skydive, who are trapped in the deposed prince's palace. The other aerial bots locate their whereabouts and combine into Superion to battle Megatron's latest weapon. That's a fair assumption of this episode. I always say assumption on these things because, again, there was one guy whose job it was to fill these things out for the box sets, and sometimes they're accurate, sometimes they're not. But basically on the episode, we have the aerial bots in the Middle East trying to track down these thefts of airplanes, and this guy has deposed this prince, taken over his palace, and they're stealing aircraft parts from airports and military airports and whatnot, and they're dismantling them, they're sneaking them out in laundry baskets of all things, and they're taking the parts of the airplanes and they're building them into cars and smuggling them across the border into this prince's region and his palace, and they're rebuilding them into like a drone army for Megatron. And yes, it's one of these episodes where fairly random in places. You know, a couple of the aerial bots, Slingshot and Air Raid, I want to say, Slingshot and Skydive, they pose as, of course, they're jets, so they transform and let themselves be stolen to track down where this stuff's coming from. So that's weird. They get disassembled and rebuilt in a part of the episode by these thieves. I don't know, it's just there's something about the way that the original 2 series of Transformers went, and stuff happened all the time where people were blown to bits and rebuilt. It wasn't long ago in the reviews here where we seen Omega Supreme exploding, and by the end of the episode he was rebuilt and back into battle again. We're seeing it again here in a way with these two getting disassembled and rebuilt. There was an episode earlier in season 1, I want to say, where Optimus Prime was dismantled and rebuilt, and you know, no one seemed to die in these episodes. And even in the places where you did see Autobots or Decepticons kind of appearing to die, they would reappear by the end of the episode and not a thing wrong with them. So the big change when we had Transformers the movie, it was where the change was, if someone died, they died. That's as simple as that. But we'll get into that as we go on. This episode here for me was enjoyable enough. There was a lot of action in it. Whenever the fighting did get started, by the end of the episode, whenever the aerial bots take on the Decepticons, there's a part in the middle of the episode where Optimus Prime and some of the other Autobots turn up to help out the aerial bots after their first encounter with the Combaticons. But they head back to headquarters and leave the aerial bots to it, essentially. And through this little guy, the deposed prince, who is hiding as a street urchin essentially throughout the episode, he manages to help the aerial bots in whatever way he can, even trying to find one of the aerial bots. Whenever he's rebuilt, he hasn't got his battle computer, essentially, so this kid sneaks into this fortress that Megatron's built. It's like a big giant mechanical flying lion, essentially, and he gets trapped in there. And when the Slingshot, I want to say it's Slingshot, who's the main guy that's connected to this kid throughout the episode, so he decides to go into battle without the battle computer. Essentially, he gets trapped on this flying lion thing, and Jamal manages to rebuild him, and now that he's got his battle computer back, he can become Superion along with the other aerial bots and take on Bruticus. And by the end of the episode, of course, the Decepticons fail on their mission, as they always do. Megatron's big plan here is, like, they're always after the energy resources of Earth, and of course the Middle East and the oil fields is what Megatron is after in this episode. And this renegade guy that took out the prince has promised a partnership for Megatron, but by the end of it, the oil derricks in the region get knocked over, and of course there's oil all over the place, and Megatron has the comedy slip and the oil falls but the aerial bots in the final shot of the fight actually ignite the oil and cause an explosion, destroying that oil field and blowing the Decepticons out of their region, essentially. So we get the reveal at the end that this little guy was indeed the prince the whole time. Very, very, I want to say random episode, but there's just a few parts in the middle of it whenever the two aerial bots were disassembled and they were in pieces in the back of this laundry truck. I don't know, it's just that, I know it's a cartoon, I'm reading far too much into it, it is what it is, but I don't know, it's making that connection between the decision to, there was no holds barred as far as someone never dying throughout the series, and then whenever we got to, as I said before, Transformers the movie, and then they take out the legend himself along with a lot of the characters that we came to love throughout seasons 1 and 2. I don't know, as I said before, Transformers the cartoon was really in Hasbro's eyes was never nothing more than a 25-minute toy advertisement to sell the product, and they were never big really on the continuity of the series, which, again, saying that the Combaticons are in this episode is just, I don't know, it's worth watching. That's a good enough episode. If you're a completist, check it out. You'll not be disappointed. But yes, I'm just reading far more into it than I really need to. That's going to do it for this one. I'll talk to you in the next episode.